Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Kings. It's Matt, and in today's video, we're going to talk about why Shiba Inu is crashing, because I'm sure you guys have this question a lot. I know people in my comments are talking about this, and the idea here is, why are we watching it move horizontally? Why aren't we watching this, head to the moon like we all wanted it to? Well, in today's video, I'm going to try to answer that in the most concise way possible, so if you guys are new, make sure to stick around, and let's get right into it. So, believe me, fellas, we've been through some worse crashes than this. This is pretty much a flat line here over the past few days, but the idea here is that this isn't really moving to astronomical levels like we all thought, as Ethereum was rising and all that. So this boils down to a few things, and again, I know there are a lot of people who want to say, oh, this is a worthless token. Believe me, in my view, it is not, and I'm gonna get into that. So the first thing that SHIB is reliant on, the number one thing, is Ethereum, and this is something I think so many people are missing, is that Ethereum at the moment hasn't been doing too hot. Now obviously it's still been doing better than it was a month ago. I mean, the 7-day chart is still quite impressive, especially the 1-month chart that's even more impressive, but regardless, Ethereum hasn't been doing as hot as it should be, or at least as people thought it would be doing, and therefore when this happens, a lot of ERC20 tokens get throttled in the process, SHIB being one of them. So Shiba Inu, of course, as you guys know, is an ERC20 token, meaning it is built on the Ethereum infrastructure. So SHIB at the moment is extremely reliant on Ethereum in regards to its price, and Ethereum obviously is built on Bitcoin, of course, in regards to its price. I know it's not built on Bitcoin, but in regards to its sort of market stature, Bitcoin kind of sets the precedent and Ethereum follows, and in any sort of market where Ethereum is superior, you might see Ethereum and Matic running up together. So Bitcoin kind of lays the groundwork and says, hey, we're in a bull market, hey, we're in a bear market. It really does follow Bitcoin. It is kind of that simple, and then Ethereum is going to follow. So that's basically what happens. So you have Bitcoin at the top, followed by Ethereum, and then under Ethereum you have a blanket of ERC20 tokens, and of course SHIB is one of those tokens. So that's kind of the first sort of major reason why this might not be going up, is because Bitcoin, of course, really at this point should be at 60,000. I mean, let's be honest. When we saw this 3 months ago, man, it was pretty amazing to watch this. I mean, actually, it's a little bit further technically now, but when we watched this, 3-4 months ago, hovering at like 56, 57, this really is when SHIB was taking off. Right here, late May, you guys can see late May, 57, 50, 58, that's when SHIB was taking off, and unfortunately, Bitcoin isn't doing that, therefore Ethereum isn't doing that, and you have that issue. Now, the second thing that I wanted to cover is more of a wild card. This is probably the main wild card in making SHIB's price sort of unpredictable. Now, this wild card, as I'm sure many of you guys know, is Elon Musk and Doge. So, getting into this, Dogecoin, is extremely volatile in regards to, it takes one Elon tweet to send it to 50 cents, and it takes one Elon tweet to crash it, and that basically happens all the time, or at least it had happened until a couple of weeks ago. Elon hasn't been as talkative these days as he was in the past, but the idea here is that when Doge moves, SHIB is also affected. So you have two sides of the aisle here. You have the meme token kind of world, which is being powered by Twitter and Dogecoin and stuff like that, which is so hard to predict, and then you have a very stable, the actual technical Bitcoin, Ethereum kind of side, which are more serious investments. So Doge, right now being at 27 cents, is keeping SHIB a little bit down. Now, if Doge was at 35 cents, you could bet that SHIB is going to be sitting a lot higher than this, probably at 8 or 9 on this price. So that definitely is holding SHIB back in a way as well. Now, the final thing that comes to mind, this is something I think a lot of you guys might be overcomplicating. I do see this get overcomplicated an awful lot, but the final thing, man, is just technicals, technical analysis. What's going on with buy volume? What's going on with sell volume? And the easiest way to do this, and again, I'm not the chart god, I'm not the chart expert. I know there are a lot of people out there who want to be, but man, really, it's a couple of indicators that matter. The main one really being the RSI. I've used this for such a long time, and I really do believe that this is one of the best things you can read, especially, of course, if you guys are just starting out doing this. But the idea here is that the relative strength index monitors the buy and the sell volume of a particular token. And as you guys can see, as it gets, sort of overinflated looking, as it looks like there's far too much buy volume, you guys can see that here in this green rectangle here, shooting all the way up to the top here, the RSI goes past 70. So this relative strength index has an index from 30 to 70, and anything above is considered overbought, and anything below is considered oversold. Now, if you don't know what overbuying and overselling is, it's pretty much based on, a variety of factors, but really it's whether or not the market is moving too fast or is being too resistant of a coin. So if something is being overbought, there's there's way too many people sinking money into it, and obviously there's going to be a lot of people looking to collect their profits and cash out. If it's being oversold, that means that people are viewing it as a good sell day, and there are too many people viewing it as a good sell day, which in the end makes it a good buy day. So that's kind of the way that works in the simplest of terms. So one thing you guys can look for when taking a look at this RSI is whenever you see this surging above 70, chances are it's going to have a dip. Now, this doesn't explain, probably the long-term trajectory of SHIB, but if you're looking at this day to day and going, oh my goodness, why isn't this rocketing right now? Well, a good thing that can be holding it back is if there's way too much buy volume. Now, ideally, in my perfect world here, I would want to see this 0.77 here. I would want to see that probably around 31, 32, all the way towards the bottom here, because that would mean that, hey, fellas, this thing is a good buy. We should buy this token. It's cheap right now because not other people are, basically. That's the simplest way to put it. So right now, the relative strength index is assessing and saying, hey, this 0.0000777 mark here, this is right in the middle. So this is right about normal. This is right about where the market should be right now, and that's fine. But this is a good indicator as an example of why sometimes, this might not be rocketing in the fashion you might think, because there could just be too much buy volume at once. And unfortunately, that usually leads to a quick sell-off because, that's finance 101. When someone sees an asset going up quickly that they don't think is going to hold, they want to collect their profits. They want to get out of that. And speaking of collecting your profits, if you guys want to make a little bit of profit on some stocks, check out Webull. Link down below, guys. It is in the description. It is an affiliate link. And if you guys sign up for it, you guys can get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300. Of course, it does support the channel, and I do appreciate it. So who doesn't want some free money? Link down below in the description. But all around, fellas, I definitely do believe that these are probably the 3 major reasons why Shiba Inu looks like it's crashing. And again, we've lived through a lot worse, man. But it definitely is worth noting that, hey, the reason why this isn't surging like we feel it should be is because, for one, Ethereum is holding it back, and obviously Ethereum, runs with Bitcoin a good deal of the time. Not all the time, but a good deal of the time. Bitcoin kind of sets the tone for Ethereum, and that's kind of a main thing. And then obviously the second thing being the Doge, Elon Musk weird wild card that, is very unpredictable and could be completely off one day and offset the rest of the market. And then obviously the third thing could just be, on a technical level, it's just not ready to grow. So right now, looking at SHIB, hey, this looks like within the next few hours here, hey, maybe it could go to 8.2, and that would be considered, within the relative strength index. That is very possible. This is something we could see in the next few hours, but that might explain, why it might not be rocketing in the fashion you might think. Usually when something rockets like that, it doesn't hold. Very rare, do cryptos rocket like that and just hold consistently without having any major dip. The only thing I can think of in recent memory is Matic, which went from like 35 cents to 90 cents in like a day and hasn't really dipped below that since. So that's one example. There are a handful of other examples. Cardano had a weird run too, but even then, Cardano crashed as well. So that is to be expected. But with that being said, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Hopefully everything made sense. I'm trying to add a few more transitions, keep it a little bit more interesting here with the camera. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought, and do you think there are any other factors affecting SHIB with what's going on right now in regards to its price and why it might not be going the way people want it to. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. My name is Matt. See you guys on the next one. Peace.